Hello, hello, and welcome back to another music reaction with me, your host, Rachel. I'm an avid music lover and singer, and today we are listening to Lukas Graham. This is a song called 7 Years. I have heard this song before, but I haven't heard it live, and this one is at the Nobel Peace Prize concert. So with that being said, let's jump into this. Let's do it, y'all. Like a pretty big concert, huh? And they have an orchestra! That's nice. That's nice.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limit, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. She's waiting for me back home in Copenhagen.
That's cute.
I always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about this glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. It's interesting because it's the best way I could explain it is it's like a spoken word poem, but put into song. You know what I mean? Like it has this whole story from like start to finish. It has this journey within the lyrics, but the way that he delivers it is, yes, he's singing it, but it's also kind of cut. There's a lot of like cuts within the phrases, and what I mean by that is it's not like a carried through sound. So it's not like all cohesive, but it's like within each phrase, he kind of like cuts and cuts and cuts. But then it's like little bits of singing as well. It's very interesting. Like it's not something that you see a lot. And so I like that. I like that about this. So let's continue. And I don't know who was yelling in the who was yelling? Just like the MC?
I only see my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old.
All the pictures in the background.
Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory. Some I had to leave behind, my brother, I'm still savvy. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Come on boys, pump it up. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.
He's got this like...
Once I was 7 years old.
This soft, soft vibrato. Which gives it like this sad, fragile sound to his voice. When in reality, like you could hear him in the later part of the song. Like he gets like pretty high up there in his range. So that's really cool. And then also listening back to the lyrics, I don't think it necessarily it fully broke. Like he wasn't breaking the phrases up. It was more that he was kind of like, it almost kind of feels like a hill. Like it's just like this, but he's still carrying the sound through, but it almost sounds like the sound itself is breaking because he kind of just closes up but then bounces back off. So it makes it sound like everything's separate, but it's not really separate. It's an interesting sound that he put to this song. If that makes any freaking sense at all. Rachel and words are not friends. But that was a beautiful performance, and I really liked that. And I hadn't heard that song in a long time, so I just... It's one of those songs that really makes you think about... It makes you have self-reflection in terms... Because he talks about going through all of life, and then even though where he's at is like 20 or 30, I think he's... Well, this is 2017, so he was maybe like early 30s, late 20s. But it really makes you think about your life and just like how it will always keep going. And like your dad's telling you about this, but then eventually you'll be your dad's age and you'll be telling your kids about this. Or just like it just really, because sometimes we get in this like mindset of like we're never gonna age or something, you know, like it's not gonna happen to us. But it's like time does not stop, and it's a reality of life, and that it just constantly changes, and we all have our individual stories of growing up, and I guess that was his. And it's a really interesting song. The way he performed it was really interesting. His vocals were like I said, they had that almost like fragile sounding vibrato that he would add to it, and it just made it seem so emotional. So it was beautiful. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!